Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now.
Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy.
Yes, it's the Dr. Greenthumb Show live on YouTube, Twitch, Discord, and the home site www.brealtvcontest. Hello, Dr. Greenthumb. I'm gonna go out of order today.
As you should.
Our special guest in the building today, Kimmy Tan.
What's up? What's up, y'all?
Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me here today.
Right on. And we have Mr. Goodlight, DJ C minus in the
Hola.
house.
Happy Thursday.
The Treehouse crew, Bolton, Blombo, Bra Bra, and the dominant one.
Yo, we're doing good. Yo, BRB, how you doing?
I'm good. And we got Mr. 1K.
What's up, everybody? I did read.
No. We're going to call you milligrams now. Not fuck 1K.
A milli.
Milligrams.
That's kind of like what I picture in my head when I'm filling up the pill.
Oh, milli.
Yeah.
Oh, milli. Yeah, okay. We'll explain to Kimmy what's popping with that. So, like, as of late, we've been, like, putting SHO, RSO, and FSO into, gel caps.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, doing the edibles and whatnot
Yeah.
and getting that sort of high, whatever, we've been putting them in gel caps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just been ramping up, but he's been ramping way up on those, So like 1,000 milligrams, 1 gram, whatever. So milligrams. That's his new nickname, milligrams over here.
All right.
E-Zone,
all right.
AKA milligrams.
Hey,
I
let's
feel like
go.
I earned that one.
When you walk in the room, they should, start off with the soundbite, oh milli, oh milli, oh milli.
milli.
Right?
At some point, though, people are gonna get to a certain threshold. They're gonna want to break, and then they're gonna be like, "Hey, there's like, the regular judging of the regular edibles, but there's gonna be like the extreme cup, like extreme sports."
I mean, those ain't made for that, though. Those are made for medicinal purpose. We just use them for what we use them for, but it's not meant to be in competition, E-Zone.
But do you think that also that by doing it, it's like gonna start none, won't be none? You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna get sick.
What?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how maybe preventative with these oils, like maybe.
Oh, well, yeah, there is a benefit when you take the oils, even if you're doing it for casual use or, recreational, whatever, you're still getting the benefits of it, but
Absolutely.
yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I'm just tripping on just because you have we've literally watched the ramp up from when we first started doing it a couple months back to like you are now like 1K.
When I like something, I like something.
And I told him about 1K because I went there.
Yeah,
And
you did.
That's insane. I mean, just even the thought of like 1,000 milligrams is inconceivable.
You can get there. It's just you got to inch your way toward it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You start off with the little grain of rice, as they say. You know what I mean? Like when you first take it, everybody warns you, oh, don't take more than this because it's going to be crazy, right? And we take that and we barely feel it. So we're like, okay, maybe 2 or 3 rice grains. And before you know it, we're like, you know what? Fuck these rice grains. We're just going to fill up a gel cap with it.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, we weren't really, taking into consideration how many milligrams was going in these big ass gel caps, right? At first, I was filling them at 1/4, then halfway, and then all the way full. and just trying every one of them. And then this guy and a couple of other homies start getting down with it, and it's like it's now the thing, right? But you got to ramp up to that. Like, you can't do a 1,000 milligrams of that on your first shot.
Oh,
Just
no.
can't do it. You'll be a zombie.
Yeah, that would be inconceivable. Actually.
No.
Being there now as many times as you have, like doing it like on your first shot, right? You didn't do 1,000 milligrams on your first shot. What was your first one when you went?
I started out with just one pill.
Well, that one pill could have had you don't know how many milligrams.
The first day that I started prepping to it before the Disneyland episode that I did, where I like tested the limits first. I started out with just one pill. I was like, all right, if I can handle one Cali Blaze pill that first day, then the second day I took 2, so that went up to like 400 or 500.
Well, his pills are about 120 milligrams.
So like with two, you're like getting to like 300-400. Then the third day, because I did it a whole like a week span, like worth of work before the day came up. So the third day I took 3 pills. Fourth day I took 4 pills. And right before I wanted to give myself, I went to go get an IV therapy drip, and then I gave myself 1 full day of rest before I went ham and took all 7 at the same time.
Yeah, you get dehydrated.
Yeah.
Definitely dehydrated from.
But I kept ramping up every single time. So it was 1 pill the first day, 2 pills the second day, and I was like, all right, if I can handle this, I can handle tomorrow. I can handle this. And it was.
He's doing it for recreational purposes. I just want you to know this. There's no, shits and giggles. There's no, he don't have a condition that we know about.
Just trying to push the envelope, test the waters, push the.
You know what's crazy? Because like one of our boys started giving us the RSO syringes, right? And he was telling us, well, there's 1,000 milligrams in there, but take this much, right? And by accident, I took like 3/4 of the syringe. And and it hit me, but it wasn't like devastating, but it hit me.
Right.
And I told these guys about it, and it sort of started there, right? And for me, I was using it to try to get REM sleep and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because I'm a light sleeper, so I wanted to sleep a little bit heavier. So I figured out, what? I'll take it for sleep, and it does work for that.
His suggestion is what really actually got me open to it, because it's not that I have trouble sleeping, but I have trouble sleeping solidly.
Yes.
Like where it's like I'll be asleep, I'll knock out at 10, but then 1 a.m., God forbid, my cat's like, hey, let me just jump on the bed. I'm up, and then I can't go back to sleep for like another hour. You know what I mean? So and then those little faulty holes in your sleep really mess with your mental health the next day.
Your energy, your brain
100%.
clarity, everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
So I started taking it with that, and then realistically, when I go hard, I look at it as like, oh man, like imagine the sleep I'ma get tonight. and I'm not gonna lie, like yo, my back don't hurt. I wake up the next day, I'm like,
I mean, it is good for all that.
Yeah.
It's just, if you take too much before you go to sleep, you wake up devastated.
Oh yeah.
you just gotta get some good water.
Have you tried those any of that, like the RSO, FSO?
I've tried the syringe, RSO version. It's been a little while though, but I remember when I did take it, it's because I had just like a lot of pain issues and just a lot of inflammation, and just like how you're like 1,000 milligrams, like let's go, and 120 milligrams doesn't really do anything. I mean, I feel like if you don't really smoke like daily, or you just like hit a joint once now and then or whatever, if you do take like a gel cap or a bong hit, yes, it's going to be, really effective. But I feel like with the amount that I've been smoking for so long, I needed, like you said, like something just like, I needed something.
Yeah.
You need
amazing.
You needed like the ultimate form.
Yeah.
And we noticed that, doing it with the syringe orally as opposed to doing it with the gel cap. The gel cap takes longer, but it's more intense.
It takes way longer, bro.
Yeah, it takes a lot, like 2-3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
And because we've all been a part of the experience in our
Right.
individual times, and we all compare, right? So, that is the one thing that when you do it in gel cap form, it's like 2 to 3 hours, 3 hours tops.
Right.
But when it hits,
Oh, it hits.
it hits.
It hits.
It's different than the syringe style, because when I did the 3/4 of the syringe with the RSO, like that was by accident, and I expected like I was just gonna be like racked, because that's
Right. I just gotta ask though, how does someone take a 3/4 syringe by accident?
Okay, so like some of those RSO syringes are real, like they got stick to it. You got to warm them up so that like it becomes easier to put out the amount you want.
Like the ketchup off a bottle.
Yeah, I thought I warmed it up enough, but I didn't. But I knew it was warm, so I just gave a little push that happened to be a little bit too hard, and boom. Because that's all I had left in the syringe. I had done, the quarter the night before.
That's the one part about it that makes you feel like, hey man, am I supposed to why am I trying to save this last little bit that got stuck here?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the part where I question. I was like, just throw it in the trash. This isn't a good sign. Right. Just open up another one. It's not like you don't have any more in there.
Right.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do? Like put the syringe to the thing and reverse?
Yeah, like you're just like, hold on, man. This is but you're high, so yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely high.
Yeah.
Hey, how long have you been doing tattoos now?
I've been doing tattoos since I was 19, so it's been about almost 10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah.
What got you into it? Because I mean, it obviously it's a different medium than what you were probably used to when getting into art and all that stuff, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like every artist starts with obviously pen and paper. And I've always just been like a really artistic kid. I did music. I was a singer-songwriter. I went to music school for a little bit. And I just loved to draw. I just loved all forms of artistic expression.
What was the first thing you drew?
The first thing
ever.
Oh my,
if you remember.
Probably,
or the first significant thing.
The first significant thing I drew. And if there are any artists out here listening, I know they can relate. An eyeball.
An eyeball.
I love drawing eyeballs. Like an eyeball, a realistic eye, is the only thing I can tattoo with no stencil. Just needle to skin immediately.
Nice little high eye.
Oh yeah.
That's a hard thing to get, right? What do you think the hardest part of it, to tattoo something of?
I would say like usually the simpler the tattoo is, or just what you think is simple, usually is harder. For example, like one of the most the toughest tattoos that I did in my early career was a smiley face with a circle with a smiley face in it.
Right.
Because those are things that's like there's no room for fuck up. You know what I mean? It's been perfected.
And they think and they're thinking there's no way you could fuck that up.
Right. And or they just think like, oh, I mean, it's so simple, so therefore if it's simple, it's got to be easy.
Right.
But there's a reason why there's so many people out there that can't draw a perfect circle, because that's hard. It's simple, but it's hard. And people who can, making that look easy is like the real artistic skill. You know what I mean?
It's like those people that do cartoons. Like not everybody can kind of nail it down. Because I've seen some Simpsons ones, and I'm like, how do you mess up Homer? It's 2D.
Well, that's probably like the first versions of The Simpsons.
No, but I'm saying like some tattoos, like it's like when you look.
Oh, you mean on tattoos?
Yes, on tattoos when you look. I've seen some messed up. I'm like, yo, there's literally videos on YouTube that show you how to draw them perfectly, so there's no fucking it up.
Right.
Like it's like a circles, a couple upside down triangles,
but
and it's what it is. So I'm like, she's right. Like I never thought about it that way. So all my cartoons, I'm like, no wonder my tattoo artist who's great at portraits looked at me like, motherfucker, I could have given you a whole portrait of Latino legends and everything, but like you're asking me for all cartoons.
Yeah, because cartoons, like they have been perfected to the point where they're easily recognizable if you put them in other clothes. If you put like Donald Duck in a Santa costume, that's still Donald Duck. Yep. You can make Donald Duck make certain facial expressions, and it's still him. But it's the art of doing that simply. That's
that sometimes is more pressure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who was were you nervous on the first person you inked up?
So nervous. Oh my God.
How old were you at that point? 19, right?
19.
Wow.
19. And so at this point in my apprenticeship, I approached my mentor. I was like, yo, I really want to be a tattoo artist, because I was in Berkeley. I was in music school, and I love, singing, writing, playing music, all of that. But it was just like I had just reached a point where it was like, oh man, it's not it, And that's I don't know if any of you guys, I'm sure you have had a point in your career where you're like, oh wow, what I thought this whole time, okay, now I have to kind of like make a little shift. Like, I mean, I'm sure, be real, when, you know, you made the shift from music to being more into cannabis, that was initially really scary because it's like, okay.
It's a gamble, yeah.
Yes, oh, absolutely. But I just felt, you know, in me that I just had it in me. Like I used to love, you know, drawing on myself in class and stuff like that. And so I showed my mentor, just like the tattoo shop I hung out a lot at. And I was like, yo, you hear my drawings? He'd be like, yeah, you'd be actually a really great tattoo artist. And I was like, oh, can I, you know, work under you? And he was like, no. For someone else, good luck, you know.
Because to get a chair, you got to be under somebody's wing, right?
Yeah, like there's no tattoo school, there's no course you can take or anything like that. All the knowledge that you get as a tattoo artist is passed on from someone who only acquired that knowledge through experience. And so you're really not gonna like give that away so easily. And I mean, now, you know, it's a little bit different. There's still no clear way to get there, but so he was basically like, okay, after a week of like me begging him, I literally just wrote him like a handwritten letter being like, please, I promise I am dedicated to this craft. I will be the best tattoo artist ever. I just need some guidance. And he was like, okay, well, you're gonna be working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. No pay, and you're just gonna do whatever like the shop wants you to do, and yeah, then I'll teach you.
That's the paying dues part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was cruel, dude. It was like, as the tattoo apprentice, I was not allowed to sit at the same table with them. I mean, it wasn't like a spoken rule or anything, but it was, you know, I was young.
That's the rite of passage to get to the seats.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't say it to me, but you know, when we would all have lunch, there would be no chair for me, so I had to, you know, squat at the table. I had to go get everyone like their coffees and their food and everything. And they were like, "Oh yeah, get yourself something like with the extra," but there was never any extra, you know. My first tattoo, though, going back to what you said, it was so going with the whole hazing thing that they were doing. So I don't know where the hell they found this idea from, but everyone thought it would be so funny to put ink in my gloves.
That sucks.
And I had no idea. Black ink.
On your first?
On my first tattoo ever.
Damn.
Like just to like see how I would react.
That is cruel.
Yep. And so
like inside, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like so
in
like
her gloves, yeah.
Inside the gloves, and like they laid like the top gloves in a way to make it look like, oh yeah, you know, it was just naturally in there. But when I picked it up and then I just put it on, like black ink just like spilled everywhere, and everyone laughed. And I looked to my mentor in the corner, and he just looked at me like, I'm not gonna help you, like deal with this, you know? Because he always told me that one thing that I absolutely have to remember in a tattoo shop, they were being so mean to me and everything, and one day like I was almost like crying, and he was like, there are no tears in a tattoo shop. Like nobody gives a fuck. Like if someone's like tattoo gets fucked up, like no one cares if you like cry or like whatever.
Yeah.
And so whatever situation, it is scary. Yes, you're doing a tattoo, a permanent mark on somebody. If you act like you don't know what you're doing, what makes you think they're gonna trust you? So like you have to be able to like just keep calm, cool, collected, and you know, even if you're dying inside, you know. So my first tattoo,
yeah.
Ooh, it was scary, but you know, I kept my cool. I cleaned up everything, and yeah, just did. It was a little.
They fainted.
Did they faint?
Yeah, because that I've seen that happen before a lot in you know, like people just get nervous and they just like knock out.
Was it their first tattoo and your first inking of?
It was not their first tattoo.
Oh, okay.
It was my first inking. I did not tell them that it was my first inking.
Okay, so that would have been crazy if you had someone that had never had ink before and it was your first tattoo as well.
Oh, just like two noobs staring
Yeah.
at each other.
I'm sure that doesn't necessarily happen, but what would happen if it, like, you know, that would be the ultimate anxiety moment for both of them.
Oh my!
That should be a sketch.
And like both of them just like pretending like, oh yeah, I'm not scared.
You hear
yeah,
the
me
thoughts.
neither.
You hear the thoughts in their head. They're all smiles and the confidence booming, but like in their heads, they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. What am I doing?" Both of them on both sides, like, I'm about to ink this person. Oh my God.
Oh, so
right?
it is such a nerve-wracking situation on like both sides, you know. Like, I remember when I got my first tattoo, I didn't know what to expect. And so I was just expecting like the worst possible pain ever. And that kind of worked. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I thought it was going to be horrible.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that works, you know. You play psychology on yourself real quick. This is going to be the most painful shit ever. And then when you get it, it's not so bad.
Exactly.
But some folks ramp themselves up. They're looking at the needles, and if you got like the people that are hazing, like I did Bobo like that. I'm sorry, Bobo.
For his tattoo?
Yeah, for his tattoo.
That's
I was
fucked up.
You hear the machine, and it's like, and, you know, because we knew the homie tattooing him. You know, it was over.
Yeah.
How old was was he and you? Like, were you guys like young?
He's older than me, but like he had just come off the Beastie Boy tour, right?
Oh, so he was like new.
And he'd been playing with Beastie Boys in Cyprus on the off times. Like when we're off, Beasties were on, he'd play with them. When we were on and Beasties were off, he'd play with us. So I got him fresh off a tour. He had just come back from like a 6-week tour, something like this, right? You know, I hit him up before he got on the plane. I'm like, hey, Bobo, I'm gonna pick you up. He goes, oh, cool. So I pick him up. And I told him, you ain't going home, though. And he goes, well, where we going? I said, it's a surprise.
Oh.
Bring it.
And this is when we were all getting our Soul Assassin tattoos, you know, like clicking up, and everybody, you know, that was a part of the crew initially, you know, they got them. Whether it was the brand or not the brand, like a brand, but like I'm saying, tattoo of the brand mark.
Oh my God.
Or the Soul Assassin font that we were using at the time. You got either one or a combination of both, right? And Bobo was the only one that didn't have it yet. And so
So it was his time.
So I picked him up from the airport. I took him to the shop, and I was like giving it to him the whole time. Like, you hear the machine, you hear the tattoo gun, and homie was, you know, embellishing, you know, is like, he had it extra loud and let it go extra long so that homie could hear it. I said, look at all those needles. They're about to pop in your skin right now, man.
You'd be the worst at the dentist.
How you feel about that? Yeah. Oh, he was so nervous. I was fucking with him, dude. I'm sorry, Bobo. And I know I owe shots, so I'm going to take them. It's not like I'm ramping up without knowing.
I apparently cussed a lot, too, but I came prepared.
Yeah, well,
I didn't drink all of mine yesterday at the game.
Okay.
What is that?
So, because I was that high. So
what is that?
It's Japanese whiskey.
Oh.
I put some in there. Usually I take these and I'm like, yeah, man, you know, I ain't running up a $300 bar bill every time.
I hear you.
Yeah, so I was like, I'll usually take me some of these pregame it. But last night I was just so damn high. Usually when you're that high, you don't even care about no vape. Nope. You don't care about no alcohol.
No,
you care about water and being safe.
And
so like that's pretty much it.
And salute to the LAFC. They got one last night. Salute to the guys. Ooh. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it looked like it was cracking.
Yeah. I heard Bobo's with the 42 originals over there.
Oh, it's funny that you bring that up.
Why?
So I wasn't planning on going to the game to begin with, but I changed my mind. It's the last game of the season. Shout out to the 42 originals. That's like, I never joined what is it? What's it for men? Sorority or fraternity? What do you call it?
Frat.
Yeah, I never joined the Greek life, but
yeah.
You know, this is the closest thing I've ever gotten to a camaraderie, like in regards to like a group like this. So I love hanging out with these people. So I'm there, you know, filming, and then here comes Bobo. This is rare because they go through another entrance, you know, and they don't even go outside where the pregame is at. And he's like wandering off, and he sees me, and he looks at me like, ah, oh, damn, he caught me. And he starts laughing, right? And I'm just like, oh, yep, I caught you on film, dude. What's up? Say what's up to him. I take him to the buds. I kind of get the feeling that he's probably already like on a good one, like, but not like RSO, maybe like a little mushrooms or something like that.
Okay.
He's feeling pretty good from what I see.
He was feeling good, huh?
Yeah, and then
sounds about right.
He takes pictures with the drummers that are playing right there, and the little drummer kid that plays always for the team. And sure enough, like, you know, I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to go inside because, you know, I'm going to go get my seat and maybe finish munching on this food, get some tacos. And then he's like, oh, yeah, you go ahead. And I'm just like, you gonna just stay out here? And I was like, well, you gonna go to the game? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, here you go. I brought some RSOs just for the road. So I take 2 and I give him 1, and I didn't hear back from him.
I'm surprised he didn't fall asleep on a bench out there.
No, but apparently he was spotted in the middle of the crowd.
He was
like of the
spotted
north end, like he was just spotted, and like Aton has footage of this apparently, but yeah, like he was just spotted, just like kind of not looking out of place, but just kind of looking like, whoa, like how did I end up here? Type
E-zone, milligrams. He ran into a milli.
And I'll tell you something that I did too. When I showed up, because sometimes I'll show up, some of the buds, I go to Craft Beer Kings and I'll give them some beer. And I'm like, hey, have you tried this beer? Have you tried this beer? But yesterday I had this bottle from Heavy Hitters. They gifted me on my birthday. And I'm like, it was 1,000 milligram bottle, like a cocktail bottle. Like, you know, like I think you've seen this bottle.
Yeah, how did that end up for you yesterday?
Okay, so I brought it and I'm like, you know what? They got me last time with one of those, no, everybody's taking a shot. You got to take one and keep passing the bottle, right? It's like, I'm going to get you motherfuckers back. So I take this bottle and I tell them, I was like, no, it's not weed. I thought we were the 42 originals. Everybody's got to be down.
Oh,
so everybody, I shook the bottle up. Everybody's doing, and everybody's going. And I'm watching everybody who's taking the shots. I have this on film. And then I waited for the second half of the game. Check my messages. You fucking jerk. This is way too fucking much. I got way too lit because they're not used to.
They're going to kick you out of the Greek life, like, bro. The closest you got to the Greek life, they're going to kick you the fuck out of it.
I mean, they smoke, bro, but like, it's different when like, you know, like you're not ready for this.
Yeah, dude.
And I told them, I was like, hey, this is edibles, just to let you know, but it's liquid, so it hits your bloodstream a lot faster. So halftime of the season, I'm seeing this guy, and I'm seeing one of them like who was going, and I know I'm like, hey, bro, you're a little skinny fool. Like, there's no reason why you should be sweating that much.
They work.
But they
that whole section works the whole game.
Yeah, but I look at him at every game because he's at the same spot, and I was like, something's making you sweat extra hard today, and it was the high.
It was the lie,
It was the high.
It was the high, yeah.
And they finished that bottle in a matter of like 10 minutes because they passed it around.
Because when you eat it, drink it, or do gel caps of it, it is a different level of it.
Oh,
Before you do tattoos, do you do dabs or smoke at all, like to get in a zone, or do you wait till after?
I mean, when it comes to tattooing, at first I was like, I don't want to do anything, you know.
Right.
I want to be completely sober doing this and all that. But you know, as you know, I got better. I was like, okay, you know, actually, kind of makes me a little better almost, like,
right.
You know,
like it gives you like more focus, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, why I love tattooing so much is because I feel that focus naturally. Like, when I'm doing a tattoo, literally nothing else matters. It's just me and the tattoo, and I just get immersed in it, and I'm just
no
lost
distractions.
in the art. It's, you know, it's beautiful. So, you know, when you combine that with, like, you know, some THC, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
it's great.
And what do you prefer to do? Do you like doing dabs or flower?
I have my love for both, but definitely flower if I'm gonna have to pick. I feel like I'm gonna go through phases.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes do you guys ever feel like, you know, oh damn, like my dab tolerance is like really high, and now flower's fucking me up. Or the other way around, where it's like, damn, like flower feels like nothing, but a dab will send me, you know, when you.
Yeah.
I go through that all the time. I'll pull out rigs and certain devices out of retirement for a while.
Yes.
This one just came back after like a year being in the show. And I was like, what? There's a new atomizer? We're dabbing again.
Hey.
That's how it's been working out.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, since you've been doing the gel caps, do you feel like it's making you have to dab more?
Actually, no. It's the same. It's the same thing because I kind of know the button I need to push to get high. Like this is just kind of like it's become this part of the lifestyle more than anything. Where it's just like, hey, bro, I can talk heady with you and I can smoke joints with you. Like no matter what it is,
wherever you go,
whatever conversation you want to have, bro. Like we can have it.
Bring it.
But what were we gonna say, Chris?
No, there is a time I feel like when on the SHO that like there was a point where it was kind of like a nirvana where I didn't need anything else. I was fully content. Everything was rad around me. I was like really into like I was just like the most content I could possibly be.
Right.
While, you know, stoned.
That feels lit.
And it's really rad to feel that because you're just like everything is enhancing.
You could be watching the most boring movie on earth, but you're gonna be hooked when you reach that
Absolutely.
level.
Or you get
And it might be funny to you.
Yeah,
dude, yeah. Or you get the idea to like, oh, I want to watch this, and then you change to something that you've maybe been wanting to watch, and you haven't had time, and then you get locked in, and next thing you know, you're 2 seasons deep. It's like, oh my
I
god.
tell you, when you're right there, it's perfect. But when you're above that, and it gets
That's
to
how
like,
I ended up watching The Great Lebowski, and then I was like, oh, this is a great bowling movie.
let me tell you what, when you're above that, that's when it gets heavy.
Yeah, dude.
And that's when you should just go to sleep. Because if you
Yes.
fight that, oh my God.
Yeah, there's no fighting. That's
There's
good.
no fighting that.
It's like fighting Canelo.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. When you get to like, up there in the thousands,
yeah, dude.
there's a certain struggle at the end of the rainbow.
I don't think I've ever done like in the thousands before.
You
Like
gotta try it.
No.
When it comes to flour, like I've done the Snoop Dogg 81 blunt challenge. I've done the Wiz Khalifa like 100 joint challenge, and like I did the 100 hits, dabs, all of that. Nice. When it comes to edible, I'm like it's like you said, it's so different.
It's way different.
So different, and
But
like,
it's so fun though.
oh no! Every time I do edibles, I'm like, damn, I should do this more.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things that's like, damn, I need to like remind myself like this is so nice.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of being drunk when I was like 18, but like being able to control it. And still
not
having
having-
I know
the
what you
same
mean.
amount of fun. Like you're like, yo.
And,
Yes.
and not having the spins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Or-
that's
or the
always
hangover.
or the hangover. Yeah. Because the
Yeah.
spins are always the worst.
Waking up and craving breakfast and going on with my day is awesome as compared to like throwing up and like, and I love drinking, but like still, like if I had to choose, I'm going with the SHOs, bro.
Always.
Yeah, all the way.
Always.
All day.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I do feel like I do feel the edibles the next day.
Yeah.
Like not to the
Yeah.
same level, but like it's to a point because I am like a morning gym person, and so sometimes like I'll be waking up and I'm like, wait, I'm still too high to like.
Yeah, sometimes that's the thing about like doing the SHO and the gel caps is that like when you got a thing planned for the gym, you don't necessarily want to hit
Right.
the gym. You can if you're if you got enough,
The quality.
you can hit it and the quality of workouts you're going to get because you're going to get right in the focus zone.
True.
It's just that you have to talk yourself into it.
The quality of the edible too has a lot to do with it
Yes.
because I remember that like when the distillate era was going on and everybody was flipping like liters and everybody was like, I got liters. This was a whole bunch of bunk weed that took up a lot of space in a lot of people's farms. They got concentrated in a bunch of like things that looked like honey. So everybody was making shitty pens. Everybody was making like shitty edibles and all that stuff. And that gave the edible game a bad rep. It's not until people really started getting past that in the black market edibles, and I'm not calling all black market edibles bad because I know some awesome edibles out there. Like that Pop-Tart from hell.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like
It is what it
yeah,
is.
like certain stuff like that. But when you make it with bad quality, or like if you make it with like cheap distillate or something like that, you're gonna get that hangover. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a difference between the quality of that you put. If it's a higher tier, you'll feel a lot better with it. It's the same thing when you're drinking like VSOP as compared to the regular Henny.
True
what
that.
I mean?
Or the gentleman's
It's still
jack to
gonna-
the regular jack.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
It's gonna hit, and it's gonna. But you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're gonna just feel. It's like that little aftertaste, that little after feeling. It's gonna linger.
Yeah.
No, I totally know.
Fucking linger.
Yeah.
Linger.
Lingers.
Because I feel I've had experiences before where you take good edibles and the next day you just sleep a lot and you wake up and you're like, oh, nice, I'm rested.
It's a lit
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I tripped out on the part just because, hearing these two come in, and talk about it. So I finally decided to do it like a few weeks ago. And I took it at like 7:30 at night and just forgot about it. Just totally forgot about it. I was like, all right, well, I'm supposed to go to the homies.
Because you will forget about it.
You will forget
It takes
about
it. It takes a
Especially if
while.
it tastes good. You're like, oh yeah, just a snack.
I didn't because I didn't feel it right away. I didn't even feel it within that first
gel
half hour.
capped it.
Yeah, gel capped it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I smoked the joint, and then, I was like, great,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, I was going to go meet the homie Jay at, like, a friend's.
You were.
I
I noticed you said were.
No.
Or was.
Here's the thing, is that, like, it hit me, because it was 10:30. I was like, all right, it's time to go to the homie's party. As I'm walking in, it just, it hit Right as I was like, oh, this is going to be a short.
This is that thing I was talking about.
This is what B was talking about, because it became all encompassing, like slowly. And then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah.
You felt that wave.
That first wave came crashing, and then you're just like, here we are.
Sneaks up on you.
It could be a fun thing, and it could be like, oh my God, I can't wait till this shit is on.
You got to know how to handle it.
You got to know how to handle it.
Yeah.
And that's when that's when you just breathe and you embrace the ride, because there's no getting off the ride.
No.
You know what I mean? Or you could just go to sleep and you'll feel great when you wake up.
I'm terrified of heights, and I remember when I conquered like the whole feeling of Goliath, that Six Flags, and I was just like, when we were just going up, and I was like, all right, I counted 30 seconds, and it was still going tick, 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 like going all the way up, and then you looked up, like I had to literally tell myself, because I was on the verge of like freaking out and just yelling. I was just like, dude, just bite down and just grab on. So you just gotta ride it out. You gotta thug it out, dude.
Yeah, man.
And always just remind yourself, no one has ever died from this. Like nothing bad.
I don't know
will
about
happen.
Six Flags. If it was Disney, I'd trust 100%.
Okay.
But like Six Flags, is borderline broke.
True.
You gotta pick your moments. You know what I'm saying?
But it's the training that we've all done. You know.
Yeah,
what I
we
mean?
train here. We train for this.
You know, and so it's like when it hits and becomes that all encompassing moment where you're like, it could either be too much or be too fun. Like, you know, you're either going to be really inspired or really just like, holy shit. Like
looking for the couch of comfort.
Yeah, looking for the couch of comfort.
I like discovering this like new, like kind of like this new love for like finding out different ways to reach that threshold. Because I remember like for a while there was just like so many substitutes that I'm like, you know what? I was like, this shit's not gonna hit the same way this is. And then I was like, hey, fool, you can die from this. That part. Like I was just like, and then looking at it now, I'm just like, you know, I think that's what makes me kind of like go hard, because I'm just like, you know how like, you know, we're about to be at a year.
You're gonna have to reset though at some point.
Yeah,
I don't think so, dude. Like
I think so, dude.
Oh, you
Because
think
like,
it's gonna-
what, you're just gonna keep having to do more and more and more.
You think
okay,
it's
like
going to last
when I
forever?
reach the 2,000 milligram point,
I'm
gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go back to
3,000. What do you say? 2,000.
Why do you need to go to 2,000?
Because well, I'm just saying, like, if that happens,
If it happens,
I'm content right now with.
Are you hearing your nephew?
Yeah, dude, I'm tripping. I mean,
I'm content right now with between 800 to 1,000, and I don't do it every day.
Yeah, stay content there,
bro.
You
Like,
don't
I don't-
need 2,000. What do you need? 2,000?
No, I'm just saying, if it gets to that point, I'm like, oh, damn.
But why would it get to that point?
Because what you're saying like maybe I build a tolerance, and then you know,
You shouldn't have a tolerance at 2,000 milligrams of Neville, dude. Like, no one should have that tolerance.
He said, "Fuck it, we."
But I mean, I get if you want to. I get if this like goal you want to try to get there. And be like, I get it.
If
But
you want to be that guy, Mr. 2K, 2 milli.
no, all right, like I didn't.
2 milli,
I didn't,
2 milli, 2 milli, 2 milli.
I didn't say that it was on my list. All right, I just
That would
said
be a good song.
if it in case it like, so happened to embark on that journey. Like right now, I'm at 8 to 1,000. Like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be like, like you know, putting my feet in the pool of like 13 at cap if that, because
right.
I do have a you know
1,300. Okay,
I do have a cap where I'm like
I got you.
I don't want to freak out or kind of technically have a hysteria dilemma where like you because that can happen.
You could get mad anxieties at that level, buddy.
Ooh,
Let me tell you what.
don't freak out.
And it's going to drive up your body temperature when it hits. It doesn't do it now because you're used to it, but when you get to that,
and that's what I do fear that, and I do have that in mind. That's the reason I like to.
it comes back down. I'm just saying it's a flash that you have when you take that much.
Or like, what if I
tell
get
you.
stuck there? You know, and then
You
I'm
won't
just
get
permanently
stuck.
high.
Nah, you won't.
Not acid, dude.
Yeah,
You'll get stuck there. Okay, so when you're because you're a creative person on many different levels, right? Tattoos, content, and stuff like that. But you also do music. Like when you're doing music, I'm assuming that when you're like either smoked out off some flower or dabs, it does the same thing for you, right? You immerse yourself in the music.
Oh yeah, it's definitely if you know, because even though I have been doing music my whole life, I still kind of get a little stage fright or like a little bit like, you know, when people are like, oh, wait, you play piano, play something right now.
That little
And
throw
I'm
up.
like,
Oh my
okay.
God.
So, you know.
You get that too, huh?
all the time. I'm like,
Right.
oh gosh, so I should just, no, I shouldn't have said anything. You know? But, you know, definitely that's, you know, it helps me, you know, kind of.
You know what
take
you should
that
tell
walk
those
down.
people that tell you like, hey, play something out. Like, it's like, hey, buy a ticket right now for
Buy
the
a
next
ticket
show.
right now.
I'll
Hey.
play something for you right now, but
Yeah.
buy a
Tips,
ticket,
right?
motherfucker.
Show
Street
up.
Yeah,
musicians are
like-
tips.
Hey, that used to happen to rappers too, depending on the producer. Like Muggs, for instance, right? He'd be, hey, rap right now over this. Boom.
Right.
Like no preparation, just go. And sometimes that's tough to do.
It's like, okay, unless, you know, you're like Eminem or something and freestyling is like your strong suit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh.
I even still
That's a
like to-
different. That's a different flex muscle right there.
Yeah.
You know what I
But-
mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
to get used to that, like somebody just tells you, "Hey, yo, pop one off right now,"
But you
and
don't
you to
think-
be able to go into automatic
Yeah.
mode. Not everybody
Not
could
every-
do that.
That's
But
asked
I
for.
would still think that people like M or like Kendrick, they still have that moment. They
Well-
just hold their composure a lot better.
I think M is used to do that, used to doing that, and having to do that. So it's a reaction that he has that a lot of others don't have. Like Supernatural has that, right?
Yeah.
If you tell him, "Hey, yo, bust a freestyle right now,"
He'll do it.
and he'll do it. He'll use everything in the room, and you can bring in foreign objects into the room, and he'll make the freestyle based off that. But this is a muscle that he has because he continues to do it. He's done it over the course of time. It's just an extra skill set that you have, right?
That is the only person that I believe, literally, like in the rap game, that does not memorize their rap.
No.
Like
no.
for
he don't-
100%, like
100%
I
he
just
don't.
believe that there is not one rhyme that he spits out whenever he does his thing that he has memorized. Just like to prepare, like a speech type of shit. He don't do that shit.
Well, he's got songs, you know
No,
what I
I
mean?
mean,
where
of
you
course
know,
he
there are
does.
verses that he has to remember because.
But
there's,
when he
you know,
shows out and he puts on that cape at the high
Right.
times
Oh,
or
yeah.
Right.
or with those events, and I've been fortunate enough to see him hell a couple times.
Yeah, so that's
like-
all freestyle.
Like that
Oh,
shit
man.
is like when he tells you, he's like, bring me any item and I'll fucking start doing that shit is some gangster.
Let me tell you what. That freestyle shit is an art, and some are masters of it. You know, like in my opinion, Justina Valentine, right?
Yes.
We had her here some you know, maybe a few years back, and she busted an off the top that was so sick and disgusting. Like everything on point, in pocket, you know, like bravado style. Like
Right.
she killed it. Like the, you know, like she knew she was killing it too. You know what I'm saying?
Got
That's what
that
I'm saying.
fire.
The bravado, she knew. And she just flexed another one of those. I think it was at Funk Master Flex or something like
Yeah,
I
that.
think I
was
saw
there.
that on TikTok.
And
Yeah.
she
Killed it.
kills it.
Killed
One of my favorites.
She's done it a few times too on the Five Fingers of Death with Sway in the
No,
morning.
but I'm saying she has that ability to like
That
flex
muscle,
off
like
the
you
top.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think she's been put on the spot so many times and ready for the moment.
Oh yeah, she just has like mad words like in the bank. Like, you know, she
Yeah.
has certain flows, certain things, certain rhymes that just like so many to the point that she can now pick in her brain which to choose from.
she
And
never came back. We
That-
gotta have her back.
Oh, we got to get her back. She's
Bring
been
it.
busy though. I mean, she does Wildin' Out. She's like she's been doing Wildin' Out for some years now.
oh yeah.
And you know, all her other stuff that she does. Yeah, we got to get her back for sure.
Yeah.
Sick.
But are you working on new music right now?
I mean, I'm writing, you know what I mean, and I'm just trying to find right now like the right kind of the right producer to, you know, do what I've been meaning to do for a while. But definitely, I still play music every day. Like if I'm ever like sad at the end of the day, I'm like, why do I feel like kind of like I'm like, I haven't played. I mean, like I haven't sang today. I haven't, you know, played some music today. So.
Have you been playing since you're a little kid?
Oh, yeah, I'm Asian, bro. At 4 years old, our parents are like
Prodigy.
You're
so
like, it was
piano or violin.
Piano
Pick.
or tennis?
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you want to do?
Exactly, piano, violin, anything other than that? No. Why would you want to learn how to play drums? Drums? Guitar? Classical guitar? You mean? No, piano or violin. So I picked piano. And I took lessons, all of that. Did the whole school, like piano exam, school, whatever thing.
I would have like flipped it on them and started on my own Linkin Park. like I would have just looked at them like, "What's up now? We famous."
One step closer to the edge.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to do my own thing, and so I was like, okay, I want to play guitar, and my parents were like, okay, you can play guitar if you get good grades and you do this, then we'll get you a guitar. So I worked my ass off. It was like I was like in, I don't know, like 5th grade or like something like that. And I was only allowed to play classical guitar first, just like, classical music, no pop music.
Would they know, like, if you started playing, like, Stu Dre, like, randomly the piano? Like, how would they know? Like, they're not listening to, like, the Chronic or something.
Right? Just, like, turn anything, like, make it sound real classical, but it's really, like, lose yourself in the music or something.
What do you normally listen to? Like, what's, in your musical library?
Oh, I really am one of those people that I really listen to everything. Like, I love metal. I love dubstep. I even love like folk music, like acoustic guitar, singer-songwriter like type vibes.
You're pretty much open to everything.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I was a super emo kid, and so I anything like 2007 to 2000.
Like emo, like Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah,
me too. I was one of those kids.
Yeah, bro. It was never a phase.
rock shows at coffee shops all day.
Yeah,
fuck yeah, I was there.
Like MCR, like type. Oh yeah, I mean, like that era really. It was very like. Everyone was trying to be, the person with the guitar and singing and writing their songs and stuff. And so I loved that. And I started writing music, like, when I was, about 14, 15, about whatever 9th grade stuff I was going through at the time. And
would you use guitar or piano to write the songs?
both.
A combination.
Yeah.
Which ones you feel is easier, or is it just the vibe from idea to idea?
Yeah, definitely. Like the song will let you know. It really would depend. Like, so I wrote this one song called California, definitely inspired by Biggie, I'm going back to Cali. So I wrote a song called California, and it goes, I'm going back to California, back to the summer, da-da-da-da. So that I feel like is a really guitar song, and I tried to play it on piano, it just didn't work, but I do have some songs that are like, yeah, this on guitar is weird, so definitely the vibe. Yeah.
Where it starts and where it goes, two different places.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of folks would start on piano and then it would turn into something else. And vice versa. Some people would start it on guitar and
right.
It ends up being something else as well, man. It's crazy how there's just these different styles of writing a song and then translating it however it translates later. Like you take classic music, for instance, right? It's meant to be with all those traditional instruments, right? But like you can go on, let's just say Spotify, right? And there's this thing called classical workout type of thing where it's like it's classical music translated into sometimes metal, right? Where there's metal bands. Yeah, metal bands playing classical music, but with
djent and bass. And
with that crazy, metal vibe, tuned down shit, everything. But they're playing like Mozart or Beethoven or something like that. And some of it even translate to like an EDM style where they're program drums under certain sections of it. And it's the craziest shit.
Damn, I got it.
And it's crazy how it translates like that.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it, like back in the day, like, in the classical music day, you heard like Vivaldi and Mozart, that shit was like metal with the
absolutely.
Like, that was
They have like the reverse effect of that when they have like lullaby versions of certain rock.
They have that,
bands.
yeah.
Like I saw that I bought it too. I have it in my stash. Lullaby CD with Deftones.
Yeah,
nice.
Like it's Deftones songs, but it's a lullaby.
Oh yeah, there's Beatles, there's Pink Floyd, there's obviously the Deftones. There's like a bunch of different ones.
Metallica,
yeah.
I've seen that one.
Like,
I love that.
I want to be able to watch Little Nicky and then my kid be like, hey, that's that song Change. I've been hearing that shit for a while from the Deftones. I'm like, yeah.
I remember hearing
Yeah,
this when I
yeah.
was in the crib.
He knows the melody and shit. Yeah, like that would be great.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
But that's the cool thing about creating something and you don't know where someone else might take it. Like the those composers in that time that wrote all that music, they probably never thought someone would have electric instruments.
Oh yeah.
To be able to translate it with guitars and bass and drums and all these elements that didn't exist then. And they didn't even think that something like that would exist. You know what I mean?
A similar movement is going on with like Spanish music, like where you'll have
Trap corridos.
No, like a
stuff.
Metallica song.
Oh yeah.
But then there'll be like a cumbia version of it.
Right.
And I'm talking about
I've heard that.
an instrument and a band, or there'll be like a Taylor Swift song and there'll be a cumbia version. And and I'm not gonna lie, like I thought it was kind of corny at first because the songs they were choosing, I was like, I don't even like that regular song. But then they got me when they like, we did a song you like, motherfucker, what's up now? And I'm just like,
it happens.
I fucking followed them and everything, and now I'm just like, damn, bro, this shit's hard. It hits different.
I heard this one cumbia version of New Order's Blue Monday.
Yes, I've heard that one too. Yes,
and that's what got me. I was open. I was like, because
I think you shared it, and then and then that's when I got it. I was like, oh, this is hard.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, when they do it dope, they do it dope.
That's the beauty of music, man.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the beauty of music, that you could flip it like that.
I like
a
that.
cumbia version.
They did a
of
cumbia version of Stacy's mom. Oh man, I was like, I was like, man, this shit smacks, bro. This shit,
I want to hear that.
Hell yeah.
I've been seeing a lot too on social media, and like I'm pretty sure it's like AI or like something like that, where they get just like different singers to do different songs that would have sounded better.
Yeah.
And they have some crazy ones out there. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen the ones of Eric Cartman from South Park doing?
Yes.
And
Oh, no
why
shit.
does it hit, bro? You
It
know
does,
what I'm
yeah. And there's the AI version, and then there's like that like fat guy with a beard who like sings too with the guitar.
Yeah.
I know. I follow that dude
Yes,
too. Yeah.
I know exactly. Yo, and it's like, why is this
He
good?
sings like popular
Why do I
songs,
like
but in Eric Cartman's voice. And then he'll substitute certain parts. Like if the song says "I hate you," he'll like add "I hate you, Kyle." Yeah. Right. And it's just like this.
I gotta see that.
It smacks.
Oh my god.
I've seen a couple of them, but like I didn't see that one. I gotta check that one out.
Just has so much passion in his voice, that cartoon character, and whatever they do, I think it's because like they were there was this some musical numbers in South Parks and stuff, and oh my god, the passion! I heard the one of Eric Cartman doing "I Will Always Love You," and I'm like,
man.
oh wow, why?
Oh, hey, have you guys seen the ones on Instagram where they got Arnold Schwarzenegger doing like Whitney Houston songs?
Stop.
man.
Oh my God. Those are hilarious. They got like
Is the accent there like, and I feel
it's everything.
oh I gotta see that.
There's some really good ones.
There's some really good ones out there. Yeah, that one is a good one.
I like when they do certain things where like it taking it farther. So like AI has done like they'll have Barack Obama, Trump, Biden, and
Yes.
DeSantis in a discussion, and they'll be like have them debate abortion or something like that. Oh my! In a comedic way, dude. This shit turns into like a roast.
Yeah.
And it's like, too, I obviously don't share these, only on my close friends list. But
Surprised they don't flag you for that.
they're all same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it is. Some of those are crazy, man. Like they're like when they have the AI, I guess interpretation of like
Oh yeah.
four public figures, and they're like, hey, all four of you guys, if you're arguing about, I don't know, like cultural appropriation in a comedic way,
Yeah.
it fucking gets funny, dude. Like, I'm surprised they haven't done it with like comedian, like certain comedians' IPs, like they get a Richard Pryor, and then you get like a Chris Farley,
Yeah.
and then you just
Oh,
have to be like,
all that's coming.
And then you
we're
could just
gonna
be
see
like,
a
hey,
wave of that.
all four of y'all roast Joe Biden or something like that, you know? And then
It's gonna be fucked up.
Dude, the most disturbing one I've seen in recent times is this. It's of Donald Trump singing Lana Del Rey.
Oh man.
Oh, dude,
What?
it's beyond disturbing. It's
I
just
saw that
beyond
same one,
disturbing.
too. It was
Summertime sadness. Okay. The saddest of all summers.
The sadness of
It's
all
that
summers.
song too.
Hey, have y'all? I don't know if I know these guys have probably seen it. You've definitely seen it, but have you seen the group called the Nuclear Power Trio? Oh my
I've
God,
not.
you got to see this group. It's all like they play just metal music, no lyrics. It's
Okay.
all instrumentation, dope. But their look is ridiculous. You gotta see. You gotta see it.
Okay.
You gotta see it. Trust. Nuclear Power
Nuclear-
Trio.
And what kind of
Nuclear
music
Power
is that?
Trio.
It's like it's metal, right? Would you it's instrumental metal.
Because metal now is like there's like so many subgenres now. Like I remember when I was in
Yeah.
Japan, there was this it's this band called Baby Metal.
Yeah.
I think Tom Morello has like a couple
Love
songs
her.
with them, and
It's
he,
little guys, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
It's a
and it's
female lead
different at
singer,
first,
yeah.
but I'm just like, man, this is like the soundtrack to like an anime intro or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, or like the fight scenes into something. But like, that's what I
Like she
interpret
hits
it
you
as.
So it's instrumental like that. There's no lyrics
but
on it.
It's so in the middle where there's no way to define it. Where
Yeah.
you can tell that the people that are showing up to these shows, because I saw the people that are buying the records, and I was looking at this at the shops. You could tell these people love anime. They love that pirate anime that with the guy with that straw hat, and they also love Metallica. And they finally found somewhere to go, and it's a good median for them. And this band is killing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll talk about they're huge. Be real, like they do those same kind of festivals you guys are doing, but
Yeah. Like Korn and like, they're playing with all those
it's
bands.
fucking
now.
crazy. Yeah, Baby Metal is
Baby metal.
yeah, and I'm not saying I'm blasting them on the way to work, but if I'm subscribed
There you
enough
are.
where like if there is like
I got you.
a new song, I'm like, let me just check it out because it sounds different enough. I'm like, oh, okay, I like this one, or I don't. I could use this on a reel.
Yeah, Nuclear Power Trios like that
Nuclear
too.
Power Trio.
Yeah, you
I
got
feel like metal is sorry.
Go ahead.
I feel like metal is one of those genres that it's like it's very like you either love it or you hate it.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
I remember in college when there was a party or whatever at my house and there was way too many people. I would just start playing metal and like everyone would just start leaving. Like, that's great. And the people who stayed, they're like, "Yo, like this is actually sick." I'm like, "Okay, nice. Now I have a friend to talk to about metal stuff." But like, I feel like everyone, like you said, dude, like, we have all a different perception of what metal is, and there's so many subgenres.
Yeah.
And, depending on how nerdy you want to get up about it, some people would consider Deep Purple to be rock, not metal.
I think
not
so.
heavy metal.
I think
yeah.
now
Right.
with the way like everybody has access to the internet, like these new subgenres are like there's some subgenres that we don't even know about until
Oh yeah.
until you
right.
get to reach
Oh,
like
yeah.
a new continent's horizon, or you get to go to like Australia and you're like, holy fuck, look what they've
Hey,
done
look,
with this kind of music.
Yeah.
Listen, every genre of music has a subgenre,
Yes.
and that is,
Experimental.
truth of it. Like, so metal's got a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop has a bunch too.
You know.
You know what I mean? Even country music
Oh, yeah.
has different styles of country. You know what I mean? That's just gonna happen. It's
Country
gonna
is
splinter off and do
Yeah.
different type of things.
Dude, even electronic music, like it's gotten so
yeah.
subgenred out. like,
Oh, and dubstep and
minimal techno and just there's like all these different new subgenres of dance music that you might have just called it one thing. It might have been just
Techno.
like
Something.
techno, house,
Yeah.
Right.
or drum and bass, D&B, or just
Yeah.
like
Someone that didn't know about it will generalize it as something,
something,
Yes.
Yeah.
and they want to call it something different.
and then someone else that's more educated about it will come and say, "No, that's this."
Yes.
But you see, putting the heavy in heavy metal, it's like, okay, now come on. Everyone is like, no, that's not heavy. No, that's not heavy. No, this is heavy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, black metal, that is a little too metal.
Way
for me.
metal. Yeah.
My bestie, she loves black metal. I'm like, you are hardcore, more hardcore than me. Yeah, there was when I was in music school, progressive metal. Was
Where'd you
like
go to
all the
music
hype.
school at?
Berkeley in Boston.
Oh damn.
Berkeley College of Music. I was a songwriting major, and it was like I've always been a music kid in high school and all that. And, they make you pick your career so like early in life. So I was like, yeah, this is totally what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. I'm just gonna be like a musician. And then I don't know. I feel like I just hit a wall where I was just like, okay, it just doesn't feel like it. And it was so heartbreaking because it was like, oh my God, now I have to like rethink everything I have ever thought in my entire life. I'm changing careers. You know, what is this? Yeah. And so I don't know. For me, like I've always known that I was going to do something like artistic, and it really did just fall into place, like the whole tattooing thing. Like when I left Boston, I, you know, went back to my family, and then I was like, okay, you know, let me see what else is there, and the tattoo shop was calling me. So and the same thing with the whole YouTube, it just kind of just happened. It just kind of like all the pieces fell into place, and it was just, yeah, it just, everything was meant to happen how it was, you know, whatever the saying is.
Do you ever think about merging the two, like, you know, like when you're doing tattoos, like to, you know, build your show around that too?
Oh yeah, I have definitely started, you know, thinking about, you know, my YouTube channel, and I want to. It's time that I, you know, show who I am outside of just smoking weed and, you know, being able to do all these challenges and whatever, which is cool and fun and great. But I just definitely
show the skill set now.
Yes,
Yeah.
This is a time in my life where I'm starting to do that for sure.
Right on. And congratulations for all that, because I mean, you know, to work all that, that's amazing.
Thank you.
And you know she could hang because she blazed that second one. Normally, you know, folks that kind of smoke, they'll take that first one and smoke it like, you know, casually. She took that first one and then started smashing that second one. That's real smoke shit, right?
Oh yeah.
And she smoked it to the end too. She didn't leave it halfway.
Yes. Hey, salute to that, and for the other side. Oh yes. And now we get into this.
Hello, I'm Billy here at Dr. Greenthumb's LAX. This week we got in 2 new strains from Dr. Greenthumb's brand, along with the new 5-pack infused pre-rolls. Make sure to check us out at 5494 West Satilla Avenue. We are only 10 minutes from the airport, and we are open every day from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes, visit our locations. Go get that gas, get that fire, and now get this.
What?
Time for submissions. 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 Time for submissions.
All right, we got a bunch of submissions in today. First one of the day here, we got 420 buds, and he's saying he's going to pick these up at Costco today. He's saying shout out to Bobo.
All right, Bobo's strawberry stuffed oat bites.
Amazing.
You know, Bobo's always expanding, you know, into different lanes.
And, you know, he's doing it. Looks like he's got, you know, he's health conscious with this one, which is awesome.
Yes.
It's made with real fruit as opposed to, you know, but not real.
Yes, health
So that's
is
cool.
everything. Health is everything.
Yeah.
Treat yourself right. And, you know, he got the branding just down packed. Look at that.
It's amazing. Or as they say in the UK, Colton.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, no, that ain't it. It still ain't got it.
Still.
All right, we got is it Federico? He's saying this is potatoes and meat with green salsa, rice, and beans with flour tortillas.
Okay.
That's what he's having for dinner.
Pretty hearty right there.
Yeah.
He's got all the groups popping right here. Good. Extra on the starch.
I'm hungry.
It makes this, things like that make this show hard.
Yeah, this is like
I've been smoking this whole time.
The torturous part.
We got Jose up in here saying, yo, you guys need to check out my torta business.
What?
Oh, look at that.
Is that nacho cheese with the guacamole?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Bobo would be running away from this. This is not Bobo's deal.
No avocados.
Yeah, he don't like avocado, so.
Dude, look at that.
See, he would go for that if you take out the avocado.
Yep.
Bring it.
He sure would.
That looks bomb.
I would take it either way, but, you know, hey.
Ooh, is that buffalo chicken sandwich?
Oh my God.
Ooh, they got a grilled cheese.
That's right.
Damn.
It's an unfair part.
Yeah, that is.
I gotta say.
And we got Kayla up in here from the Insane Asylum saying, just picked up some THC infused hot honey. Have you guys ever had this?
I have not had that.
No.
No, not this one in particular.
Yeah.
I've had honey before.
Yeah.
But not this particular one.
Weren't there like straws that used to have like the medicated?
Was that honey pot?
I think it was honey pot.
Yeah.
And yeah, you would.
They
put it-
work.
Yeah, they do work.
We got our boy Utah Hawk up in here with a little breakfast. He's saying he's got a sourdough smasher and fries, sourdough bread, a smash burger, 2 pieces of cheese, 2 eggs over a medium, and bacon as well.
Hell yeah.
It's a lot of calories, baby, but you know, hey, you got to do what you got to do, I guess.
It looks delicious.
You
Looks a
gotta
little too much.
drink a lot of water, go on a run tomorrow,
Man,
and keep pushing.
I used to really love fries, man. They were great.
Yeah,
They were great.
very hearty half right there,
I
too.
mean, you're gonna be full.
Okay, so that was just his breakfast.
Oh!
And then he's saying for lunch he had the Big John, which is 7 meats. It's ham, turkey, corned beef,
Oh my
salami,
God.
roast beef, pastrami, and bologna with Swiss and American cheese.
My bro.
All right.
I mean, beyond protein,
Yeah.
eat some salads, bro. You got to eat some salad with all that. Eat some greens, baby.
Got a
You
little
know what
green
I'm
in
saying?
there.
Yeah, okay.
Protein.
That ain't enough.
I had a salad before I came here. It was rad.
Ooh wee.
Dude, I mean, there's lettuce in there.
Damn,
Yeah.
that shit looks good.
He just needs a little bit more greens in his diet, man.
Nah, bro, that sandwich is fine.
No, I get that, but you didn't see what he had beforehand.
Yeah, this is just his lunch.
That's the lunch.
This was his breakfast.
That was his
Oh,
breakfast.
hey, fool, that's heartburn and gastritis right there.
I
bro.
mean,
but that shit look good though.
it does.
Look
I mean,
great.
I'm not disputing that.
At all.
Who is this, Hawk?
Yep.
How did I know?
I mean, that would do it on a cheat day, like one of the meals, not like 2.
Agreed. I couldn't do, if you did both those, oh man.
Man,
Look, dude, sometimes when even you have like a diner style breakfast and you go to like one of these like cutesy kind of fucking diners where they have like a classic menu, that shit it's too much for you sometimes, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, like
That
there's no
part.
reason why you should be having 4 eggs.
I know.
Yeah. Like there's
At all.
at all. Like
Nah.
why is that even on the menu?
He's working a challenge, dog. All right, next.
And
if
we
you're-
got Jose up in here. He's saying he picked up some 50 milligram RSO tablets. He's saying salute to the table. Took these bad boys on Saturday morning after the gym on an empty stomach, and after 2 hours, nothing happened. So I ended up rolling up and smoking.
That diet RSO, huh?
Well, look at these tablets right here. They look pretty
Weak.
weird.
Oh, no.
What?
Okay, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. It's got to be the oil.
Yeah.
It's got to be the oil. You can't like tablets, ain't it? And 50 milligrams, it's a tickle.
That shit was a placebo, dog. I'll tell you right now.
I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with E-Zone on that.
I would not take any.
Now you got to get the oil.
weed.
Oil. RSO, FSO, SHO. Either one of those O's.
All them O's.
All them O's, my.
Crazy.
And we got Karina up in here saying the excursion we and Little B and me were on, and I missed the Jesse Borrego episode. Sorry about that. He's saying please bring Jesse back. She's out here taking a trip.
Yes, he will be back. See, he goes everywhere.
Dude, what's up? He out there traveling the world.
Yeah, he travels more than most.
Damn.
For sure.
Hello.
Kicking it with the fire department.
You can see the shadow of him. Photo.
Yes.
And then we got Jose up in here. He's showing off his birthday cake that he had the other day. He just turned 36.
It's a wild ass cake, bro.
That's a nice ass
gosh.
cake, bro. Sick.
Yeah. Look at its knives.
Hey,
It's Freddy's hand.
sliver of
Freddy's
that.
hand, yeah.
It's a Freddy theme. You see the sweater?
That's cool.
Yeah. The sweat, yeah.
And the cake.
Yeah, I see it.
Nice.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, you put that together for me. I would. Like, I was about to be like, wait, what is the theme? I have a cat.
I have a cat.
Cat.
Or just,
Cool.
I could never mind.
Wolverine birthday party.
There you go.
Wolverine
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
And we got our boy Ed G saying much love from the IE and yo C minus. I'll
Yep.
see you at the show at the end of the month.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna be there?
Think so.
Suicidal. They've been doing a lot of shows, man. Salute to
Dude.
them. Legends.
Yes, OGs in the game. What up, Mike?
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Yep.
Yeah, and their new drummer is absolutely.
He's with the shits.
Man.
All right.
And next up in here, we got Fernando, and he's saying the salmon are spawning at Taylor Creek in Lake Tahoe.
Get it.
Awesome.
You're gonna eat salmon, wild caught, man. Don't be eating that farm shit.
Hey, look, that doesn't even look like the salmon you see on National Geographic.
No. That's in the wild?
Yep.
Nice.
They still got to grow. They got to go upstream.
They're just hanging.
That's when they develop that chemical reaction.
Look at them.
It develops the omega-3 or whatever within the salmon.
Them crispy salmon rolls in the water.
Yep.
Those are a bunch of rolls in the water. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
what an asshole.
I'm sorry, wild caught crispy salmon rolls.
Dude, look at
No,
that.
they're not big enough yet.
No. They're just hanging out.
God bless.
God bless.
Bam, look at them.
Yeah, shout out to those fish still fucking so we can eat good fish.
Damn.
Yeah. Multiply.
All right, yeah.
Multiplications.
I mean, you can't have the farm fish. You gotta have.
No, you cannot.
Nah.
You gotta have wild fucking.
That's right.
Wild.
Wild caught. That's right.
Wild with it.
Get wild.
We got Lord Nikon up in here showing off a Corvette.
All right, Lord Nikon.
Damn.
That cold start, dude.
Is that a button that you pushed? Or like, that's not.
Peeling out? I don't know if he's peeling out, but.
Settle down.
It's a nice car.
Yeah.
It goes very fast.
Yeah.
You ever driven one, B?
Long time ago, not this version, no. Those things are fast.
That's a
Bring it.
divorce dad edition.
Or is that the hey, I'm still cool.
Awesome.
That's a fast ass car.
It is.
I'm glad you don't have one, Dad.
I'm glad I don't have it neither, son.
We got Shogun Games up in here showing off his suplex of the week.
Bring it.
His audio keeps cutting out.
Where's he watching this? That theater looks
No,
old.
it's him.
That's
the red.
him.
He's the one that just did this to this guy.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
He's been in the ring with the Godfather.
This is on your back.
Oh. 1-2.
Yup. Oh, that's right. He's the one giving the suplex, not receiving it, son. Salute.
Damn, look at that.
Look pretty devastating.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
He will never think of sitting the same way ever again.
He said, I need a backiotomy.
Backiotomy.
Doctor says I need a backiotomy.
We got Skywalker up in here saying, I'm now doing sober October, I'm growing some pineapple chunk.
All right.
Nice.
Salute to that.
October.
What do you think of that, E-Zone?
You know what? I just don't need like a month. Like
Sober
I'll be
October?
sober whenever I travel abroad.
October?
Okay.
Yeah, like that's it, bro. Like, but I'm in America because I got the liberty to get high whenever I want to.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's very patriotic of you.
I like that.
I don't need no October rules.
I get high because
This man the type to say, yeah, I take a tolerance break every day when I sleep.
yeah,
Straight up.
that's right.
The only tolerance break I need.
You know, when I'm not smoking, that's a tolerance break.
To quote Metallica, sad but true. I had to use that. That was right there.
That was
All right.
good. That was
Excellent.
good.
And we got a DJ Ballistic. He's saying here in the native Zuni tribe, when we're smoking, we call it machu. It means to blaze it.
Hell yeah.
Machu.
Nice. All right, Machu.
Yeah, the tip.
Hey.
And let's see, we got Pan up in here saying, my night and day medication for whatever it is I diagnosed myself with today.
All right, today. The salute to untrained astronaut.
Just
Astronaut.
diagnose yourself with happiness, bro.
You need to, yeah.
What you dabbing on, E-Zone?
Happiness.
Yep. But
Success.
Heaven.
if you must know, it's the guest I'm going to have on my podcast tonight treetop extracts and rosin extracts. So we're gonna get even higher on my show today.
Of course.
Because I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring hella jars, so I'm gonna want to try them.
As you should.
Right.
We got DJ Goat up in here showing off his smoke box, and he's saying he just received some new funky field tips. Shout out to you guys.
You're welcome, B.
Or
roll them up. He's got one rolled right there.
Yeah, he rolled the blunt and the joint.
Yeah. To the
Awesome.
He's like, I'm gonna, it's duality. I'm gonna have me a blunt and a joint.
Yeah.
I had that same lighter with the tiger.
Both with tips.
Okay.
We could probably give that a rating, right?
No, we're not gonna give nothing. He didn't ask for that.
Settle down.
But that blunt looks really good.
No, it's actually the zigzag paper. You know what I mean? The one that looks like a blunt.
It looks like a blunt.
Yeah, like there's a certain.
Oh yeah. I remember they put those out.
It's not those blunt wraps that are right there in the picture with it.
Or maybe that. But
Well, listen.
Blunt wrap, just like
I mean, it's kind of like
it wasn't even like.
hey, they
Dutchess,
could be made.
back-to-back
Look,
wrap, just
they
a
could be
blunt
made from the same material, but there is such a thing as zigzag
Yeah,
blunt
but
paper.
that's not represented right here.
I completely ignored that. All right.
yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
I was with you though.
Yeah.
Until he scrolled just a tiny little bit.
Yeah, he zoomed out, and then we all saw the rolling paper.
And there it was.
Fucking
Right,
bolt.
Next.
And we got SEL Batman up in here saying, yo, be real. This
Yeah.
reminds me of you in my video game,
All
Dr.
right.
Bong.
All right. Okay.
name.
I'll take it. Dr. Bong. I need about 2-3 years in the gym.
He does not skip long day.
Yeah, no.
We got a River City Martial Arts. He's saying, I'm a mad fan, longtime subscriber, and watcher. Here's a pic of my new grow up here in New Zealand.
Nice.
Damn, that shit looks frosty.
Ooh, beautiful.
Out there, Kiwi style. Get down.
Amazing. Oh, come on.
See, it goes to my point that I've been saying is there's a lot more talented cultivators around the world than there ever was right now.
Yes.
For sure. And that's proof of it right there, because that is non-boof.
Dang.
Woo!
That is non-boof right there.
Blinding.
A lot of crystals. A lot of trichomes.
Ooh, very icy.
It's like a Christmas tree. Shining so bright. All right, next.
And we got Christian up in here saying, AEW Dynamite in Stockton last night. Got to pick with the greatest tag team of all time.
AEW. All right.
Hardy boy.
The Hardy Boys.
Damn, they're still doing it?
Yeah.
That's sick.
They sure are.
Awesome.
For a minute, they didn't like each other, right?
They don't look like
Something
they,
like that.
Yeah, they had a little beef.
they don't look
for a
like they
second.
aged.
Is that another wrestling league? AEW?
Yeah. Yeah.
EW?
Another one.
They're the only wrestlers that they're really the reason any 90s kids wanted to hit anybody with a chair because of the Hardy Boys.
Really?
Yeah,
That was
man.
the move?
No, I would say no. I would say it was that other wrestling league. It was not WCW. It was the other one, the hardcore one. ECW. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like for WWF, if you're watching at the time, the Hardy Boys were literally
They were ladders.
they were the only reason that match TLC got made up.
Yeah.
I think they were more about ladders, though.
Yeah, but TLC's tables, ladders, and chairs. So it was a combination of all three, and like the whole match came about because of the way they wrestled.
I think the ladders were the Hardy Boys. The tables.
The Dudley Boys.
The tables were the Dudley Boys, and I can't remember who were the chairs. Who was the chairs? I can't remember. I mean, everybody
was
took
the
up the
chairs.
chairs, but like, yeah, that's hard to say. But the two you could say, Dudley Boys on the tables, Hardy Boys with the ladders.
Remember when Godfather said he was willing to get himself hit with a chair?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
I wanted to hit him with a chair.
Bring it.
I don't think you would have given it to him full blown.
Just because I love Godfather.
Of course.
Yeah, like I feel I would not want to hurt him.
Right.
One of our homies is like, Hall of Fame wrestler for the WWE, Godfather. He was like a few different personalities within the organization, but Godfather is who, the one we call him. And he comes and does the show every now and then. And he was willing to take a chair shot Rub this guy.
He tells us like, hit me with a chair, E-Zone, hit me.
Bring it.
And I was
And we're like, nah.
There it is.
I mean, you're never gonna get an opportunity like that again. But
You missed it.
he was kind of drunk that day, though.
You know, if he takes his shirt off, you're in trouble. All right,
Yeah,
next.
we saw that.
And next up in here, we got Dave Moon. He's saying, yo, shout to Cali Blaze for the recommendation of the Puffco Peak Pro. This thing rips.
It does rip.
Dude, that should.
Oh,
Well, that's the new edition, but the real game changer is the atomizer. Well, the whole device is great, 10 out of 10. But I'm saying the thing that stepped it up, that was a real game changer, is the atomizer 3DXL.
And the last one so far, we got Midget Mike up in here saying this should be the Madden 2024 cover.
Oh, man. It should be. You could tell homie's getting kind of tired of it, too, because that's all they're like. During the game, they panned up to her like 5, 6, 7 times.
But he should have known that comes along with dating her, though.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. And hey, the team is, they're doing well.
Yeah.
Because she's showing up to the games, Mike.
man.
People are saying that is a clear indication.
Let her magic work, man.
Why they're saying that's a clear indication of like why NFL is scripted, or why the NFL is scripted.
It's not scripted.
Like, because they're saying, and then even like the Simpsons have a whole thing of like that team winning it again, and all. Yeah, like, but
She's just that famous that it overshadows the game a little bit. I mean, she brought 2 million viewers that didn't watch the game beforehand, and like they're watching the game. That's power right there.
I really wasn't a fan at all, and not that I am, but like I had Jason Joshua, like an oldie singer, and he was like, "Let me tell you why Taylor Swift is great," and he convinced me. I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "This shout out to her. She work hard."
Check this out. They highlighted this woman that was there. She was probably in her 30s or whatever, and they cut to her on something, right? And she says, I don't even watch football. Like she did a selfie style whatever video, whatever. I don't even watch football. I'm here because of Taylor Swift. She's right up there, but this is cool.
Yeah.
She was nowhere near Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was up in the owner's box, like 3 boxes up, way the hell up. But she was under the box, and she was there because homegirl was there. But she was enjoying the atmosphere in the game. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got that kind of power where you'll go sit through this thing you don't know shit about because that artist told you, or that artist showed up there. Like, I hear she's coming there. I'm going to go check this out, because if she's checking it out, it must be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
that's pop star shit right there. That's a different level.
If she shows up to an LAFC game, it's over.
What do you think about this when Marbell tunes in?
Quick.
What? What?
That's
Okay, then.
Those hands look so fake.
Oh, man. Yeah, nice try right there. Nice try. That was a good try.
That's hilarious.
That's just impactful, though, is what I'm saying. That's like a different kind of power right there.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all you got right there?
Yeah, that seems to be it.
All right. In music history, 1962, the Beatles released their first record on this day. Love Me Do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they all dead now?
No. 2.
There's still 2 around.
There's 2? I thought it was just Paul McCartney.
There's Ringo and McCartney, son.
Yeah, but Ringo doesn't really count because nobody.
What do you mean?
What do you mean he doesn't
They all
count?
count.
Oh my God, they all, yeah.
I always thought that with like a band, there's always like a ranking. You know what I mean?
There is, but he counts.
Okay.
Cannot discount Ringo. Are you crazy? All right.
Yeah, but there's that one Kiss person that they don't really care about as much.
No,
What?
they all counted
No.
too.
And they all-
They got faded.
Who's the one that has the fucking records by himself, solo, singing?
all of them do.
All of them do.
No, there's one that you're like, yo, who would listen to this?
What?
It's not Paul Stanley, but it's like one of the Kiss.
Oh, the drummer had a solo song.
Like,
Well, Ace Frehley did too, the guitar player.
Yeah, they all
This is
did.
rad.
They all did.
Yeah.
who's the one on Motown?
No, what? None of them are on
No,
Motown.
I'm sorry. There's one that released hella records that you were talking about not too far ago.
RSO.
But either way, I'm just saying every band has a ranking.
You might be confused, but you're not wrong in the ranking thing.
Yeah, there can be.
There can be. Okay. In 1965, Johnny Cash was arrested for crossing the Mexican border in El Paso.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, the rebel, always.
He had some uppers on him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he's trying to walk across, huh?
Oh man, they found a gang of him inside his guitar.
Word.
Like coke?
Of course
No,
they did.
he was into like speed.
It was speed.
He was the
huh?
1965 E-Zone.
Like
Hell no, dude. I've never been into speed.
it was in pill form, so it wasn't look that bad.
Yeah.
It kept you up.
No,
and
I'm
then you
saying
were
he
able
was
to
just
do the work.
Trying something crazy is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. In
I'm just saying.
1966, the Jimi Hendrix Experience was formed in London, England.
Amazing.
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 You know.
I mean, I got all these facts in front of me. Somehow they drifted here magically.
Dude, imagine, Jimi Hendrix is from Seattle, but he broke as the Jimi Hendrix Experience in London. That's where they started to gain all the like notoriety and fame. People were like, I got to go to the shows. I got to go check this group out. And then they started just killing it.
In 1970, Led Zeppelin 3 was released and went #1 in U.S. and Europe.
Great record.
Yeah. Love Led Zeppelin. There's a whole lot of facts here. Inspector Deck released his first album, Uncontrolled Substance, 1999.
One of the best.
1992, Roxanne Shante dropped her second album, The Bitch Is Back.
Good record.
What an album title.
Cold Chillin'.
Excellent.
And
Didn't
salute
Elton
to
John
Roxanne Shante. She got a show on Rock the Bells Radio. Make sure you go check that out.
Hell yeah.
Support the loved one and all that. And, before we go into the Insane Asylum, salute to Crazy Bone. Took to Instagram yesterday to post an update for his 9-day stay in the hospital. And, more prayers, more healing vibes to our bro right here. Legend. And now we're going to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means y'all, if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, let's hear it.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, let's do this. We got RBZ Twitch TV up in here saying, I fainted during a tattoo near my head. I blame the heat in Portugal. And he's asking Kimmy, have you ever had any incidents like that?
Oh my god.
Me personally, no, but I've been in the store when that happened next to me. Oh my god, it was definitely scary. So this dude came in and it was his birthday. I remember that. He had just turned like 21 or something like that. And he was like, I'm gonna get a tattoo, like it's my birthday. And so we were like, okay, the guy, I was already tattooing, but I heard everything that was going on. So he sets him up, everything like seems normal and everything. And then like, I'm in the middle of my tattooing and then I just hear, and I'm like, what the fuck? Everyone in the shop's like, what the fuck? We look down and the guy literally is like fainted on the ground. I'm like, how did this even happen? So he was getting like a tattoo on his arm. And so he was sitting in a chair and, his arm was like stretched out like this. And so I guess he just like fainted and fell like that.
Wow.
And then obviously everyone to the store rushes to him like, oh my God, like let's, bandage you up and everything. This guy has like a gash on his chin, maybe like half an inch. Like
oh, man.
It was deep. It was like one of those cuts where you could see the layer. It was nasty. He was bleeding everything. And then we're like, okay, yes, let's wrap you up. Okay, let's start. And my colleague starts like packing up and everything. And he's like, no, I'm still gonna get this tattoo. It's my birthday.
Oh, wow.
And we're like, no, like, please call. And so we asked his friend eventually to call someone to pick them up and like, yada, yada, yada. But like, yeah, that was scary. I don't know what was happening. Maybe he was super hungover or he was drunk. I mean, it is his birthday, you know what I mean? So Yeah.
He could have been on a number of things.
Exactly.
Man.
And so we were like, absolutely not. I mean, when you get a tattoo, you have to sign like a form saying that you are sober and you have, XYZ, like you're good. So clearly, he lied on his waiver
Right.
or whatever, just to whatever. And yeah, so, I guess the moral of the story is like, make sure you like eat and are well rested and hydrated and good if you're going
Right.
to get a tattoo. Because
Yep. Yeah.
that takes a toll on your body. Your skin is literally being traumatized, and it's a wound with ink, so it should be treated as such. Don't.
That's crazy. I didn't know you had to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
You should. Yeah.
When you work at a shop, yeah. I mean, if you're just like homie to homie, or if your friend is a tattoo artist, or whatever. But like, yeah, when you go to a shop, when was the last time you went to get a tattoo at a shop?
Been like what? No, it's been like a year. My last hand tattoos were all just.
It's like a liability waiver.
But then again, I've known the guy for years. Like he's done
Oh,
all my
yeah.
arms and done all this. So it's.
What were we gonna say, C?
Maybe forgot.
Okay, next.
Sorry.
And next up in here, we got the Gooch saying, "Yo, B, can't wait for the Taco Throwdown October 21st in Fresno. Hope I can meet you there."
Let's go. Salute.
And we got Jose up in here asking, E-Zone, do you ever notice any mental health effects on the 1,000 milligram RSO?
No, I see mental health improvements. I don't like. I want to say that it kind of serves. I wouldn't want to say it serves as an energy booster or like, oh man, like I feel like it's such a better mood. But in regards to myself, I find myself in a better place after it's all said and done.
It lasts longer too.
It
right?
does last longer, but I don't want to say the initial high makes me happier. It's just like I feel like almost the after effect, like just chilling after 2 days of like not quote unquote recovery, but just just chilling and I like letting it do its thing. I feel like it puts me in a happy place. It makes me be creative, not with the initial high, but after it's all done, whatever's left in my brain and all that. And the next day when I wake up wanting to take care of business. I wake up wanting to fucking work on some new designs, some new merch, and all that shit.
Gives you a different focus.
Yeah, that's what it does for me. I don't know how it's gonna affect you, whoever asked the question, but
I feel like it brings out what is already in you and just like enhances it.
There you go.
In some ways, makes it easier to deal with those things and improve, but it's definitely like, if you have unresolved issues mentally, there are some people where, that's where the anxiety comes from, where it's like, well, it bring out what's already there.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think it's the actual thing. I think it was, it's possible in some situations where you're going into it with the wrong mindset or you're doing it at the wrong time in your life or just too much, the wrong, maybe don't take a dab your first time ever doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, and definitely don't do 1,000 milligrams.
That's right.
For real.
Not the first time. Don't do that.
No, this guy, what do you guys call him? A milli?
Well, his new nickname is Milligrams. Millie. Oh, Millie.
Definitely, tougher than Nigerian hair, Mr. Millionaire.
Well done.
All right.
And we got John up in here saying, "Yo, B, is OG Kush original gangster or ocean grown?"
It's just original. OG, original.
Smoke.
I literally said on my live stream yesterday, be real, like where to be a weed strain, it's just OG Kush, bro. It's OG Kush.
Yeah, a lot of people got that mixed up with the ocean grown thing. People somewhere else that maybe got it, maybe that's what they called it, but like originally it was just OG for original.
Do you remember smoking PK?
A long time ago, yeah.
Like that, like I've been looking for a good batch of that.
Pure PK?
Like Pure Kush, that's what it's called initially, and I know that it has to come from a grower like who's the guy that made the cherry seeds that you know what I'm talking about, Dusty?
Yeah, Dusty.
Like somebody who's been collecting seeds like that. I feel like Kenji might have like a few PK seeds.
He might.
Yeah, like for sure, but I miss those kind of strains, the arowanas, the Skywalker.
Arowanas, dude.
I remember you. I think it was my first year. You remember there was a batch where we were just like, dude, we're fucking high.
Yeah, dude, we had this heroin, and that was one of the heaviest OGs, man. That was just so good. Yeah, I need that back.
Yeah,
word up.
We got Ralph. We got Ralph up in here saying, "Yo, shout to the table. I'm out here at Power Trip till Monday," and he's saying #Top Flight Security.
Yeah.
Craig.
Dude, tonight is what? Iron Maiden and Guns N' Roses?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. No, tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow.
Iron Maiden's going to rip.
So is Guns N' Roses.
Do they have a mascot? Does the skeleton motherfucker come out?
Eddie, yeah, they bring.
Eddie.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, he comes out.
absolutely.
He comes out, yeah.
I would just go just for him.
Dude, he's the best. Eddie is the best.
Yeah, they brought him to life. It's crazy.
Yeah. He comes out as part of like the backdrop, and then he like. It all depends which one though, because there's different Eddies that come out. You know.
A whole lot of Eddies, man.
Bring it. We got Zach up in here asking, "Yo, Kim, what's the most hated tattoos by tattoo artists?"
Infinity signs.
Infinity signs. Really?
It's just so overdone, and it's just like, okay. And at most tattoo shops, it's just like, we prefer like the bigger any tattoo artist. We just love bigger projects. So infinities, it's just like, okay, so I have to waste a needle for this. But no, obviously it's like, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's
An
always
infinity sign. All right.
there's always ongoing jokes and memes of like certain like toxic people tattoos or some certain just stereotypical tattoos.
What's another stereotype tattoo?
The
Tribal armband.
That is one thing that everyone or what we were talking about. It's like it's more complicated than or it'll take longer than you think, because it really is going all the way around, and your body moves like so much and stuff and will change, so it might not always look like a straight line. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just like it's just what a tribal armband is one of those things that's like, okay.
But what were you gonna say originally?
I think everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say the toxic guy tattoo, which is pine trees all around your arm. So I have done so many of those, and like I'm just saying, it's just one of those tattoos that's like, it's just so over. It's
Pine
just so
trees.
overdone, and
The
like
silhouette?
It doesn't
Or like
the silhouette all around, and usually like that will like blend into like a wolf up here, and then I'm not even Native American, but I want to get like a dream catcher or something, and I want to get and like Chinese words, because
I'm surprised XG doesn't have it.
it's just like, okay, I'm like, I'll do it. No, I'll gladly do it, and I'll give you the best like pine tree ass tattoo, and I'll do it in 3 hours. Like, yes, that is I use one needle for that. Like, that is great. It's all shading. It's great. But it's like, it's one of those things that's like, okay, me personally, I would hate to have that in the future. And it doesn't, I don't know.
That's the one that gets you.
Me personally, exactly. But some people are like, yeah, no, I love that. I love wolf tattoos on guys. And yes, there's someone out there for everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what people do.
You have a right
as a
to choose.
tattoo artist, you're asking as a tattoo artist. So I guess that is one of those things that's like, I've done it so much. So yeah, but everyone has, their own thing. Like
I had one question in regards to tattoo. Do chicks still get the quote unquote tramp stamp?
I haven't been asked to do one in a while, but I'm sure they do.
I just I don't see for like 2 generations, like
Right.
I just haven't seen that come around. Like I feel like you got to be hitting like an older.
But you don't do tattoos.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but in popularity wise, like don't get me wrong, it's like even when I was in the dating scene, it's like, oh, you know what? Like you're dating like a younger, like 22-year-old, and then you're going to like somebody that's older. Like you haven't really seen that tattoo in the back come around, but for a while it was an iconic tattoo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just feel like that because it got that rep, nobody's like, nah, hell nah.
You might be right.
Yeah,
Right?
but that's why I figured I'd ask her. She's probably done some hella tattoos, or like she's probably seen her fair share of different tattoos.
Oh yeah.
So
I have, I noticed though that people who do want like tattoos in that area tend to be like not like 18, you know what I mean? So the new generation, I don't really see it like that much, but people who are like over 40, 50, then they're like, yes, this is my first tattoo. I have always wanted one. So I'm like, that's so cute. Yes. Yeah.
you're like, my husband never let me have one, but now he's gone.
Yeah, no. I have seen a lot of that before too.
That part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But every artist has like their own little thing they like and don't like to do. But the one thing that that every tattoo artist, and I feel like most people can agree on, is boyfriend, girlfriend tattoos. Those just, we call that the before photo because like we know you're gonna come back and ask me to cover it up.
Yeah.
And I have seen so many, because I used to work on Hollywood Boulevard. And so I was like taking walk-ins and stuff like that. And you see the craziest characters here, you know. So, I will never forget this one time. This couple came in and they looked like they were kind of having a fight or whatever. And basically she was getting his name like here. And she saw that I have this. I have a tattoo over here, so some text. And the guy saw that and he was like, "Yup, there, that's where I want it." And I'm like, "Oh my God." So he was choosing where to put his name on her, and it was a long name. It was a long man name. So I fucked up, bro, because like at the end of the tattoo, just to make conversation or whatever, I was like, "So like, would you ever get her name? You know, just to be whatever." And he goes, "Hell no."
Oh man.
And she goes, "Babe, really?" And I'm just like, "Oh my God, did I just start something? Oh my God, I fucked up. Oh my God, I fucked up."
I thought you were getting mine next.
That's amazing.
Ow.
So yeah, I think about them every now and then. I'm like, I wonder how that turned out.
They're not together.
I think like
that's a mush right
I
there.
think the only way that you can play it off and it's gonna make sense, like if your girl has a name like Faith or like Heaven or some shit like that, where I'm just like, hey,
Heaven.
I'm all about my faith. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I always this stands for
so you
faith
don't
in
have
God.
to cover it.
Yeah,
You don't
like,
have to cover it. I
I'm
get
just
it.
saying, like
Double
that's the
entendre.
only time I see it making sense. Like if you got like a girl named Lupe or some shit
Or a
like that,
guy
like
named
yeah,
Jesus.
bro, like yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Jesus might work. Like, if it's a chick, be like, I'm all about Jesus.
Exactly.
Jesus
Getting I'm getting my prayer on. Next.
And we got a caster up in here saying, "Be real. The chairs and tables, ladders, and chairs was Edge and Christian."
Yeah, I
These were the
know that
wrestlers.
part, but what they would do mostly a lot was ladder matches.
I did say for the 90s kids, all right? Damn.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Look at that.
Damn.
Damn, he's own.
I'm just saying,
yeah,
man. I
dude.
was very specific. I was like,
He was.
Because I know motherfuckers was going to come, what about this person with the chairs? I'm like, bro, 1989, baby.
Settle down.
They were in a lot of those matches with the Dudleys.
Yes.
We got New York Reek and Peach up in here saying, "E-Zone, now the trend for females is getting the under cleavage tattoo."
First of all, that shit seems like it hurts. One. I like anything near the arm here. Like I have my shit tatted here and here, and it started going to kind of like the half the underarm. And I was like, look, fool, change the tattoo. We stopping at Snake from The Simpsons. We not going anything further than that. And I wasn't with that shit, bro. So I don't know how girls is getting it under the titty. Like I wouldn't get it under my titty. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, women can endure some hella pain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And every single time I have a client, if they've had kids, I'm like, "You'll be fine." They women who have had children before, they always freak, and they're getting the first tattoo. They always freak out, like, "Oh my God, like what's it gonna feel like?" And I'm like, "You're so good, you don't even understand. You'll see in a second." And 9 out of 10 times, honestly, like 9.5 out of 10 times, if that's even possible. They're like,
mostly
it's not that bad.
Like if you
It's mostly if they're in their own head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you see the girl with the C-section scar tripping, like, come on, bro.
I'm like, you are so good. Like,
Yeah, like,
nothing, nothing compared to what you
Amazing.
went through.
Amazing.
And we got Jonathan up in here asking, question for Kim, did your parents support you in your artistic career?
Yes and no.
They supported what you started with, right?
Okay. Well, artistic career. Well, basically, when it was time to choose colleges, I was like, okay, I think I want to go to Berkeley, aka not traditional college. I wanted to go to a music college. They were like, okay, well, go to the best one, and that's just what you got to do. And like, okay, if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, cool, okay, but be the best at it. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Okay. And when they found out about my YouTube channel, which got sent to them by a friend, I was trying to keep it a secret.
Oh man.
They were. it was a conversation, but they came to terms with it once they figured out, like, hey, like, you're doing kind of good. Like, this is that. Wow, okay. So it was, once they saw that I was doing good at what I was doing, it's like, okay, okay.
Accepted.
Where are your parents from? Like, are they tough? Like, were they tough like that?
My parents are from Singapore. That's where I grew up. And I mean, in Singapore, when they were kids, was still a third world country. And, Singapore grew really fast within one generation from third world to first world. And so there was definitely a generational, gap. And, my mother was, the tougher one out of both of them. So I always had my dad's support. Always, I have like his like name and his handwriting. He like tattooed on me and everything. And yeah, so
he tattooed?
Oh no! I got him to write it on me, and I got it tattooed.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like this.
What was that like? What did he say to you? He was like, I don't know about this.
I love your Singapore. I don't know about this, Kimmy. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? Oh, YouTube. You on YouTuber? Okay. I love him. But no, I have "I believe in you" tattooed on me because he always said it to me. Always. So,
that's tight. That's
and
right.
his signature and stuff.
Salute to Paul.
Oh yeah, he was great. He's great.
And we got his and hers at LA up in here saying, yo, we need to shout out to Cali Blaze. He needs to get better.
Yeah.
Get better,
He had
Cali
like
Blaze.
a Popeye looking arm.
Yeah,
Today, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Like, it's unfortunate, but like seeing in here coming in with that sling, I'm just like, bro, like I couldn't help but to be like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Like
thought the same thing.
I literally thought, but I didn't ask him that. And I know he's probably watching, but I was just like, dude, what the hell did you do, man? Like
Yeah,
we gotta
I mean,
wait.
that was gonna be the question no matter what.
Like I knew that. What'd you
What
do?
happened?
Nothing happened at PuffCon, but what happened between the 2 days after that I haven't seen it? That you got a sling now. Like I just thought the worst.
He's on Costco.
All right.
We got the Vado Chris D Bands in the super chat saying, what's up, fam? Remember when Bart messed up the set?
Sure do.
I wish we had that on tape, dude.
Dude,
man,
I heard it was amazing.
If I could like
It was
have
amazing.
if I could have a Neuralink tapped into Psycho Les's brain
To get that
and
shot?
to put it in a projector and go to that memory of when, because he was sitting where she's sitting at, and she saw him drop the cameras and just have that projected, man. Oh man,
I had the whole view.
Yeah, but you're not gonna put a Neuralink on.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
Next.
And we got a Crazy Main up in here asking, E-Zone, a.k.a. Milligrams, when are you going to compete with Cali Blaze for the Stunned and Flips?
I'm not really big, like, look, bro, like I'm one of those people that like I never smoked cigarettes. Only 3 months out of my life when I sold cars, and then I just kicked it. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just smoke weed. So I never really did no damage to my lungs, and despite that, like I feel that every time I dab, I'm always gonna cough. And even though some of you guys associate that, look, man, you got bitch ass lungs and all this, it's like, bro, I will still outsmoke your ass. You know what I mean? But I just think my gift is in like taking copious amounts of like weed and ingesting it and being able to deal with it. I can go dab for dab, bro, but you're just gonna have a lot of coughing going on.
Yeah.
I'm not a silent dabber, bro.
People cough.
Yeah, people cough, and I'm one of those people that I cough. I'm not gonna tap out. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna keep on going every single time.
That's the thing.
But it's just like you're gonna hear me cough a lot, and if you're cool with that, then fuck it, let's run it then.
Boom. Let's go.
If you ain't choking, you ain't smoking, you know?
Hey.
And we got STL Batman. When you guys were talking about tattoos, he's saying it's like that one chick with her boyfriend's tattoos down her chest in Cheech and Chong.
Yep.
Bad idea.
That's pretty legendary though. If it has worked out for you though, you're like we've been married for 40 years.
If it has.
This
Yeah.
is like some old guy. I picture some dude like 5 or 10 years older.
It's
than
always a big if.
some dude 10 years older than Grego talk about I've been down with my ruka for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just he's been there since the Zuzu's riots. He's had that tattoo.
Yeah.
It's a very small percentage probably.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Trazo up in here asking, Kim, have you ever tattooed on a tattoo competition show or done any kind of competitions?
I have not. I've been asked to. It just didn't feel right, so I turned it down. But maybe. Tune in. We'll see. Maybe.
Maybe one
Who
day.
knows? Maybe.
And we got Terps for Thrill saying, just want to say I'm looking forward to my first event with High and Hungry. Excited. excited that tote those will be there. That's what he's saying.
Oh yeah, salute. We had to put a cap because of the parking situation, but it stopped at 350 and we're at like 348. So I don't know what to tell you guys if you missed out. But the only way you could get in now is the VIP bags, and those are selling like crazy. They will include the big Happy Meal item is the signed Funko Pop by Dr. Greenthumb himself, amongst other things. But yeah, Craft Beer Kings, High and Hungry Experience.eventbrite.com. It's gonna be very, very dope. 5 High and Hungry alumni food vendors, over 30 vendors of entrepreneurs, and we're all just getting high, shopping, and enjoying some good ass food.
We got Bob up in here saying, "Yo, B,
Yeah.
I watch your show every day, and it's what I look forward to when I wake up in the morning. Thank you so much for helping me get through my depression."
Hey, man, thanks for being here with us. And you can always talk to someone, man. You feeling down, don't hold that shit in, get one of your boys or whoever, you know what I mean? And bring that shit up.
Try some RSO,
about
bro.
it. Or try some RSO, like E-Zone over here. But not too much, because we don't want you having no anxieties, little bit at a time.
Yeah, slowly ramp up.
But we got you over here. Positive vibes to you, man. Much love.
We all get depressed, bro. Don't feel alone.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being here.
And we got Kayla up in here saying, "Yo, it's exciting to see Kim on the Dr. Greenthumb show. Shout to you guys."
Right on.
No, thank you guys for having me, really. It's an honor to be here.
We got Florida Nick asking, "Does Kim do any mushrooms?"
I like to have fun with the fun guys every now and then, It's, oh my gosh, last 4th of July, bro. Me and my friend and my boyfriend, we just, oh my God. The girl I was doing it with, she is hardcore. So it takes her a lot to, really feel it. And so we didn't have a scale or anything. And so it was like, okay, yeah, just do this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. I trust her because she's the expert. I tripped ball saculations, bitch.
Yeah.
It was ball saculatory. It was so, I literally could not open my eyes. Because every time I opened my eyes, everything would just start to animate. And the crazy thing is, oh my God. So my boyfriend teaches a fitness class on Sundays. And so me and my friend went. And so we had just worked out, sweated. And, we were just like, okay, let's eat a little bit and then let's take these shrooms. So just like one of your earlier submissions, taking this after the gym, that's when your body, I feel, is the most porous and will, it's really the best time to take it. Oh my God, I was so bad. It was so, not bad in a bad way. I was still having so much fun.
It was intense.
It was intense.
Did you see things?
I closed my eyes and I just saw, it was like geometric patterns. I don't know. I felt like I was inside
With
Alice
your
in
eyes
Wonderland.
closed, though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's how you know.
It
When you
was
open your
great.
eyes, you felt like,
It was-
animated.
Oh, it was
right?
crazy for a second. But it was beautiful though. It made my mind just such a beautiful place to be. And once the crazy intensity wore off and you really get to the soul searching, purging, I'm crying and I love everybody and all of that. It was so
Started
needed.
crying?
Oh yeah, there was tears. It was so great. I really felt like
You had a
doing-
great experience.
amazing experience. I feel like, I see the big, why everyone's been talking about microdosing and and everyone says, especially if you're an artist or, you have ADHD or of some level, you will benefit from it so much. Just microdosing or, just soul searching, everything. I don't know.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
All good experience. But yeah, too much is crazy.
Yeah.
Try not to do too much.
Don't do too much.
And we got Twacklack up in here saying, "Just want to send some blessings."
Blessings back to you.
What up, Twacklack?
Yeah, right back at you.
We got that Vital Chris D bands up in here saying, "Yo, E-Zone, we should have Kim fix 3-plate Tommy's tattoos."
Oh, why do they call him 3-plate Tommy?
Because he eats more than 3 plates.
Tommy, what up?
Yeah, but that's a lot of fixing. That's a lot of land to cover.
We'll see.
A
Yeah,
lot of real estate.
yeah, it's a lot of
I'm
real
up for a
estate.
challenge.
He does. You know what though? I do want to know that version of him when he got that whole tattoo because he makes that geisha girl dance belly. Yeah,
I have a tiger on my knee. When I bend my knee, it roars.
yeah. He does that whenever he gets that lit. But
That's
we'll
amazing.
consider that, you guys.
And just want to remind everyone, we got a funky field tip drop happening tomorrow. We got the Insane Asylum funky field tip. It's dropping tomorrow, Friday at 4:20 p.m. You can get them at funkyfieldtips.com.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
They're sick. I rolled it last night.
Excellent.
Should have called that one the Matrix.
Ooh.
Looks like it just reminded me of it, not because of the color, but because of what Neo was wearing.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Thank you. I appreciate this so much. Funky Field Tips.
Awesome.
And that seems to be it, B.
Word up. We want to thank you for your interactions, and we want to thank Kimmy Tan for coming through and sitting in with us. First of many times.
I appreciate
just call it like
so
that.
much. Thank you. I had a great time and definitely got super lit.
Right on. You want to give any shout outs?
Yo, shout out to the Dragon Clan, yo. Follow me at Kimmy Tan. It's Kimmy Tan Official. I forgot. Kimmy Tan is taken. I've been trying to take that forever. But shout out to you guys, man. Thank you so much, Be Real, for having me on here. D-minus was nice to meet you. Amelie, I'm just going to...
Amelie.
Amelie.
Yeah. There it is, the new one. Hey, thank you for being here with us. C-minus, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, Kimmy, a pleasure having you on the show and hanging and smoking with you. Shout out to B, shout out to E, shout out to Treehouse Crew. Shout out to Dom, Ray, Colton, Aton. Shout out to Dro. And I want to say I'll be at the Bar Franca tomorrow night, Friday, doing all new wave, post-punk, and indie. So 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. downtown LA. If not, see you tomorrow on the show. Treehouse.
Shout out the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Ray, Morning Shot Films. Shout out to the Dominator. What's going on, E-Zone?
Salute to everybody who tuned in yesterday. Make sure you tune in today. Today's going to be a very hashy episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. We got treetop extracts and rosin extracts. I know these guys for a while. We reconnected at PuffCon. So it's going to be a great time, and it's going to be a hashy time. We're going to get high as fuck. But if you love cooking and getting high, next week you might want to tune in because we got Vibe With You coming in on fucking Wednesday. And we got Harmonious Yuri coming in on Friday for a special episode for you guys. And also thank you to everybody who got the tickets for the 14th. But if you're not going on the 14th and you need something to do on the 13th, go global in South LA. We're having a release party for the drop that we're having with the Pro Pen. Flavors by E-Zone collaboration pen we got going on there. So 13, make sure you guys pull up there. Pro Pen and Flavors by E-Zone page has details on their stories.
Spread love. Swallow that.